The Tantive 4 is overrun by Darth Vader and his Imperial stormtroopers. The objective? To obtain the plans to the Death Star, which were just stolen moments ago by rebels. Only a few captives are taken. Among them are Captain Antilles and Princess Leia Organa. As the stormtroopers bring Leia before their commander, Darth Vader, she begins with snarky comments. She tells the Dark Lord, "Darth Vader, only you could be so bold. The Imperial Senate will not sit still for this." Vader remained calm and told her what he was after. She quickly denies having the plans, and Vader commands the troops to take her away. The next time we see Vader and Leia together, he's bringing in a droid to inject her with a serum. But what happened after the doors closed? And what did she think when her brother, Luke Skywalker, told her Vader was their father? Today, on Star Wars Fanatic. If you are old enough to have seen the original trilogy of Star Wars, before the Disney acquisition, before the prequels, before the new canon novels, or even before the old expanded universe, you would have noticed that Princess Leia Organa had no feelings one way or another for Darth Vader. That is, other than her snarky wisecracks when she was in his presence. She was even bold to Grand Moff Tarkin, the only Imperial that could hold Darth Vader's respect. She told Tarkin, "Governor Tarkin, I should have expected to find you holding Vader's leash," basically calling Darth Vader a dog of the Empire. She was full of these types of comments, though. Then, she was taken into interrogation by Darth Vader and a flying ball droid, known as an Imperial torture droid. This wasn't a huge deal to us as fans. We blew her off as the torture as if it didn't really happen, because to us, it didn't. That heavy black door slid down and cut Leia, Lord Vader, the interrogation droid, and the guards off from the rest of us. Leia never made mention of it, and we didn't give it a second thought. To us, he just injected her with some truth serum, and she still refused to answer some questions about the rebellion. Then came along the beginning of the new canon, specifically Star Wars Bloodline. This novel takes place approximately 7 years before the events of Star Wars The Force Awakens. The novel is about Leia as a senator for the New Republic, and the secret of who her biological father was on the verge of being outed to the entire galaxy. It seems galactic politics had not learned its lesson from the rebellion before the Empire, still full of squabbling delegates and entitled senators, some of which served during the First Galactic Empire even. It is in the novel that we learn what happened behind that black door, and it changes the way we view Leia's thoughts of her father's redemption. A New Hope was released in 1977. Bloodline was released in 2016. Almost 40 years we had to wait. However, it gave a very intimate look at the event without going into too much detail. Claudia Gray is among my favorite writers of the Star Wars universe, and this hardcover was hard for me to put down. She did a very good job of showing us what happened and how Leia felt about Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker. In a nutshell, Vader tortured her, more than just a needle injected with some truth serum and that we may have thought for a long time. He hurt her and broke her spirit. Then, after the torture, Darth Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin pull her up to the firing room of the Death Star and make her watch as her homeworld gets destroyed. Sure, it was Tarkin who gave the command to eliminate Alderaan from the star charts forever, but Vader was there as well. He had a hand in killing everyone she grew up with and her adopted family. So now, Darth Vader had tortured her and killed her family in front of her. He did so much damage to her that by the time of Return of the Jedi, it is now revealed that she did not want Luke to redeem him. She wanted him to kill Vader for what he did to her. Even after Luke had explained to her that their father was not the same man as Darth Vader, she didn't care. Anakin had allowed himself to become this evil man and deserved to die for his atrocities. When Luke returned and told her their father was redeemed, she didn't care, but she was happy he had died. So what we originally thought of the torture scene was not at all the case. Vader damaged Leia physically and mentally, then had a hand in breaking her spirit by killing everyone she loved. It did not matter to her if it was Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker. They were the same in her eyes. We saw a solid black door close and assumed she had just been mind probed. How wrong we were. She tried to disconnect herself from the lineage. She was an Organa, not a Vader. It was known that Luke Skywalker was her brother, but they both kept it a secret as to who their father had become. It wasn't until a fellow senator found the hologram that Bail Organa had left Leia, explaining who her father was and what he had become. That secret was released. This senator told everyone. Leia was shunned by everyone and expected to lose her Senate seat, even though the senator that discovered it was an Imperial loyalist. The point of this topic is not to go into detail of Leia's torture. It is to explain that for so long we felt nonchalant about what happened to her. We had already gone through the phase of being excited when Vader turned against his master and saved his son, then was redeemed as Anakin Skywalker. We were sad when we saw his armor burning in the pyre. Then, Bloodline changes it. I always thought maybe Leia felt the same as Luke about Vader's redemption. Not the case at all. In fact, decades later, Leia was still dealing with repercussions of whom her father had become. The Imperial loyalists were taking over the Senate in the New Republic, and Leia couldn't stop it. She left the Senate and gathered some of her old rebellion friends, some such as Admiral Akbar, and started the resistance. But still, Vader had been killed 30 years prior and was still breaking her from beyond the grave. She left the Senate she loved and her new home, but the nightmares didn't stop. Now, her own son learned of whom he was and vowed to finish what his grandfather had started. Darth Vader would have an influence on Princess Leia Organa until she died, trying to bring her son back to the light. Darth Vader broke her. Well, that's my analysis of what happened to Leia and how she felt about Darth Vader and Anakin Skywalker. It can all be found in Star Wars novel Bloodline by Claudia Gray. If you haven't read it, and I'm sure most of you have by now, it's only been 5 years, go ahead and check it out. It's an amazing read and Claudia Gray kills it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're new to the channel or just haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all of my Star Wars theories, reviews, and discussions. I also do fan fiction stories if you'd like to check those out in the playlists. Also, hit the like button to show your love for what I do here and share the video with a friend. A couple of my viewers have put together an interesting hashtag that I will be sharing in the description below. Copy it and paste it into everything Star Wars. Let's see where it goes. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way. The only way.